We've seen the nightlife and the beautiful beaches, but tonight we are getting a look at another side of Costa Rica. The country's progressive environmental policies have helped make it home to some of the world's most breathtaking rainforests. But the forests of Costa Rica aren't only valuable for their beauty. For one man, they're the fuel for an unexpected business.
You're actually in a forest of jatropha right now.
Costa Rica's lush landscape has become one man's field, or better yet, forest of dreams.
And this forest is creating carbon capturing at 8 tons a year.
Eduardo Acosta never set out to be a plantation owner. Nonetheless, one that produces trees ripe for biofuel.
It reminds me of that movie, The Beverly Hillbillies. He was going out there, he was just looking around in the swamp, and all of a sudden the black tea starts bubbling out.
Oil didn't bubble up on Eduardo Acosta's property in central Costa Rica, but trees that produce it, jatropha, had sprouted up and branched out across his 200 acres.
Right there, right next to that one. There, that's the one. And see that cluster? Grab a few of those right there in that cluster.
And is this how it's done when it's
It's
time
hand-picked, just like coffee.
It's hand-picked like coffee, wow.
Right.
Acosta's oil operation, Green Acres, is nothing fancy or overly sophisticated.
So before there used to be a cow floating around here every 2.5 acres, and now we got oil growing, carbon capturing and nitrogen fixation, and we still got the cow.
The whole process of producing biofuels is as simple as the man who oversees it all.
I was in shock when I found out the value of the tree, because each tree produces a half a gallon, and that half a gallon is produced for 40 years. So you have, that's a lot of production from one tree.
And a lot of earning potential.
The seed itself that comes from the fruit generates 38% of its weight is oil. That quality of oil is very, very close to diesel.
You put it in your own car, don't
Directly into the car.
you? No problems there.
No problem. Diesel generators, the backhoe, the $100,000 Toyota, the Mercedes, all of them.
All operates the same.
On jatropha.
Yet, as valuable as this fruit is, what's priceless is the story behind this 200 acres.
Hits a deep part in the heart. The work that we put out and the results. I did it for a kid.
Money wasn't the motivation for cultivating what's become the largest farm of its kind in Central America. Coming up tonight at 9, Eduardo Acosta's story continues with a closer look at the school that's now planting seeds of hope.
Still have a couple of showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly west of the Houston area. We got some light showers continuing over western parts of Matagorda County, north of Palacios, now headed for southern Wharton County. Also a few showers and thunderstorms, one of those between Bowling and Wharton, headed off to the north. It'll be moving into extreme Fort Bend County over the next 15 minutes. In Colorado County, the light rain now confined to the western third of Colorado County, west of Columbus, up toward Frellsburg. And then in Austin County, we have some heavier showers and thunderstorms extending from north of Sealy in the Belleville area, now moving into northwestern parts of Waller County, and those thunderstorms continuing to move off to the northeast into southwestern parts of Grimes County. So you folks mainly to the north and west of Houston, that's where you're going to see the activity for the next couple of hours. But that'll all be winding down as we are expecting a drier air mass to work in. Not drier as in very low humidity, but drier as far as rainfall chances are concerned. But temperatures around the state late this afternoon really aren't too hot for this time of year, mainly holding in the 70s and 80s, a couple of isolated 90s. But it looks like we're going to see this weather map change as we head through a little bit later on this week and into the weekend, as a lot of places will be well into the 90s, even some 100s. Well, the culprit for all the activity we've seen for the past couple of days and the clouds around the state today, area of low pressure located over the Texas Panhandle. That's drawing all that moisture in from the Gulf and the Western Caribbean, but that low is weakening and moving off to the west, not drawing such a strong moisture flow from the Gulf. And also we have high pressure building in from the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. And as that happens, we're going to see that area of rain or area of rain chances shift off to central Texas during the day tomorrow. We'll still have an isolated shower or thunderstorm possible, mainly from Houston to the south and west, but most folks will remain dry tomorrow. And then as that high gets right overhead, as we head into Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday and Monday, it looks like we're going to see our first bout of 100-degree temperatures. We haven't done it in Houston. We've actually seen warmer temperatures up in the northeastern United States, well over the 100-degree mark, but officially in Houston, we haven't hit 100 yet. and I think we have a really good chance of seeing that happening as we head toward Friday and into the weekend. Might see an isolated shower Sunday, but overall the weather pattern will be hot and mainly dry, and it looks like it's going to be lasting for quite a while. Your forecast for tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, evening showers dissipating after about 8 or 9. Overnight lows in low to mid 70s inland, around 80 at the coast. For tomorrow, it's going to be a partly cloudy day, a less than 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm, mainly from Houston and to the south and west, but most folks won't see rain. Looking for 96 in Houston, 92 at Sugar Land, 90 in Galveston, and 90 degrees for you folks in Liberty. Next 7 days, we'll see temperatures with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, generally in the upper 90s to right around 100 degrees. It looks like the hottest 2 days will be Saturday and Sunday. Maybe a shower on Sunday. It's not going to help the heat at all. And then as we head toward Wednesday, perhaps another shower. But the big news won't be the rain like it was the past week. It's going to be temperatures around the century mark. Remember, you can always get to your latest radar and forecast anytime at 39online.com.
Sadly, that's just news. We didn't want to hear those 100-degree temperatures. All right, it seems like everyone in Hollywood is obsessed with looking younger, but that pursuit of the fountain of youth doesn't extend to Tinseltown's teens. It seems the youngest stars all want to grow up way too fast. Our own Steve Simon is telling them to act their age in tonight's Simon Says.
All right, in a few minutes, some of you younger than 18 years old are going to say that I am a square, completely out of touch, while the rest of you are going to say that I'm correct. I am dead on. Have you seen the pictures of Kendall Jenner? A bikini, a beach, sexy poses, some would say, are intended to drive men wild. The problem is Kendall Jenner is not old enough to drive. She is 14. Think about it. She is barely old enough to see the movie Avatar by herself. But now the half-sister of the Kardashians and daughter of Olympian Bruce Jenner is the latest lightning rod in the water cooler subject of girls who grow up way too fast in Hollywood. So listen, I'm not preaching morality here, but these pictures make me sick. Think about how these pictures just made the job of so many parents that much more difficult. Mothers and fathers now have to explain to their 14-year-olds why this is not okay. Parents have had this conversation with their daughters for a long time now. Let's go back to 1978. That's when Brooke Shields, at 13 years old, had a nude scene in the movie Pretty Baby.
Just my kind of man.
We all know about Drew Barrymore, how she went from E.T. to rehab when she was just 13. More recently, there were those Miley Cyrus pictures, and the 17-year-old was last seen pole dancing at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Yes, I could go on all day. Britney Spears' sister, pregnant at 16. And of course, Lindsay Lohan. There's a lot of tread on her tires since that sweet little girl in The Parent Trap.
I'll be 12 soon. How old are you?
And now parents everywhere have to deal with this. We can thank Kendall's parents and her sisters for taking these modeling shots and then releasing them. Kim Kardashian says, quote, "The whole family is proud of her. They must feel she looks very pretty. You know something? I think the whole thing is just ugly." I'm Steve for Simon Says.
So, no matter how old you are, you can give Steve your idea for the next Simon Says. You can send your thoughts to feedback at 39online.com, or go ahead, pick up your phone, give him a call, 713-435-2990. Leave a message. Steve is always looking for new ideas. All right, stay with us. 39 News will be right back.